Satnam, and many blessings to all of you on this special event for the humanity. When something is not in alignment, it can be your breath, it can be your emotions, it can be your personality, or it can be the world. With all these things that is happening everywhere, humanity needs guidance. That guidance which came from the deep core of our being. We share a being. You know, there's something in us we all share unknowingly. From the breath, we share the same breath. There are no two breaths, there is only one breath. From this empty space, you are drawing your life. And from this empty space, I am drawing my life. So everyone is drawing life from this here and now. When this external life in its shared space becomes localized as me and becomes localized as you. So you and me are the localization of that which is our call. This is time and space, right? Time and space, confined in time and space. You are confined in time and space. Call. This is called call. Localization of consciousness. Then there is this space here. This is the unlocalized space. This is call. This is akal. When akal, everywhere, time and space, this whole is one. Now, time and space only exist in reference to you. When you are in reference to you, space exists and time exists as two polarities. When this is not here, this localization dissolves, time and space don't exist as two, they are one, and it is called akal. When akal, shared being, shared consciousness, localizes itself as me and you, it brings along a song. It brings along a song. The universe is singing. And that's why they call it Naad. Naad. Naad that came from the Ad. Ad is the primordial. Naad is the song of the primordial consciousness, which is uncaged. But the moment it gets encaged, it becomes Kal Pai Brahma Bhaktara, Kal Pai Shivju Avatara, Kal Pai Karbisan Prakasa, Sakal Kal Ka Kiya Tamasa. The sutra says, Akal becomes Kal and it starts to create, preserve, and destroy. And that is happening here, that is happening there, that is happening everywhere now. Now, before Akal became Akal, it had a frequency, it had a naad, it's called naam, it's called shabad. After shabad, naam, akal confined itself into the realm of kal, into the realm of time and space. Along with localization, it brought in the naad, it brought in the shabad, it brought in the naam. So there is something in this kal, in this time and space, which has been there before this time and space was there. That naad from the ad is vibrating in you, in your secret chamber. A space in you which is holding you is called the Sushmana. Sushmana. The word Sushmana, mana, mana, Sushmana. Where mind silences, where mind cannot come, exist. Mind means two. Mind means duality. Mind means time and space. Mind means creativity. Mind means modulation. That space where mind, no entry. You have that space in you. I have that space in me. That Sushmana is also known as Sukhmana. Sukhmana. The space where mind finds the embedded happiness. Sukhmana. Sushmana and Sukhmana. They are the two names. Both has beauty. Sushmana, mind silences. Sukhmana, where mind finds the everlasting peace, everlasting sitting. From that Sukhmana came a Naad. In the Sukhmana, okay, let's just dive. This is the first session, so you must know what you are chanting, what you are diving into, because this is a gift. Sukhmani, we are talking about Sukhmani, that gift, that Naad, which chose you to be here today. Really, friends, from here, I'm telling you. You are here because Sukhmani wanted you. Your Naad, your essence wanted you to be here. And some of you will be with me for 8 sessions. And some of you will leave and come back, leave and come back. Not you doing it. Sukhmani embraces you. And then when Sukhmani think you don't deserve me, Sukhmani say, no, you don't come. And then again you have to long. The soul has to long. And then the Sukhmani will open. It depends on your longing. And when you have the longing, the Naad of the Sukhmana will invite you to be with it. It is a gift. Sukhmani is received. And you are receiving this Naad, these vibrations, through the grace of the cosmos. Some longing was there. So this Sukhmana, the central axis of the cosmos, in reference to it, all is the space in you, which is beyond you. That Sukhmana has a nerve inside. Sukhmana is the sacred space in the body, the secret chamber, you can call it. Exists where your physical spine is. In that location, in your energetic body, there exists a nerve called Sukhmana. Within Sukhmana, there's another nerve. It's called Vajra Nadi. Vajra Nadi, the diamond path, it is called. When Sukhmana, when the mind silences and finds its peace, it experiences its true nature, the Vajra, that essence, the sitting, the posture it found. Vajra, Vajrasana, the diamond seat, it is called. Your soul, your consciousness, longing to settle down itself, finally finds a space within its own self, and it sits for the first time. It's called the Vajra Nadi. And then if you keep sitting, you will assess the next secret chamber existing in your radiant body. Radiant body. In that radiant body, there is a sacred space. Once you have found the Vajra, the golden post, the diamond posture, you sit and then you will listen. Suniya, listen, right listening, non-judgmental listening. Those of you read Japji, Suniya Siddh, Veer Surnath. You become the perfected sage. You become the perfected self. The soul is found. At that moment, you will hear a Naad, and that Naad, the space of that Naad is called Sukhmani. So you have the Sushmana, the Sukhmana, the central nerve, and within that nerve, there's a Vajra Nadi, and within the Vajra Nadi is the Sukhmani Nadi. that which sings the song of the cosmos, that which holds the chord of life. This Sukhmani Naad we are chanting today comes from that most subtle and the most refined space that exists in the universe. That space is that space which we all experienced before we became body and mind, before we became part of call. That a call in us, our call, beyond time and space, vibrating in us. We still carry that treasure. We still carry that treasure. And you can assess that treasure through Naad. So, my friends, this is just a small introduction. I can keep talking about Sukhmani, and we only have some limited time, and we want to initiate this chant. Sukhmani. We will be chanting. There are 24 Ashtapadis. There are 24 Ashtapadis, so 24 segmentations. These 24 segmentation represents the 24 main incarnations of consciousness. Consciousness, the whole consciousness, there are 24 segmentations. And within that 24 segmentations, there are further 8 divisions known as the Ashtapadis, or the 8 dimensions. Consciousness divides itself. It cannot be divided, but within time and space, it starts to divide itself. And then you have the 24 Ashtapadis, and within the 24 Ashtapadis, there are 8 segmentation. And like that, it goes on and on and on and on. And total, there are 24,000 segmentations, or main segmentations of consciousness, which corresponds to the 24,000 breaths that every individual on the planet inhales and exhales in one day, at an average. So 24,000 breaths, every healthy individual person, okay, breathes. The number of breaths that you inhale, exhale from the yogic signs is 24,000, representing the 24,000 states or padas, dimensions of the consciousness. And in Sukhmani, there are 24,000 words, exactly in line to the number of breaths that you sing in one circle of a day and night. It is totally in alignment with you. It is totally in alignment with your being. It's totally in alignment with your breath. It is you. It is you. My friends, we will be diving into each Ashtapadi every week. At times, we have time today, I started to talk. So we may not do more than one, but at times we may do more than one. We want to complete these 24 in our 8 sessions. And if the Guru wills, we may expand it. It's not a problem. Now, when you are chanting this, there are some things you need to know to go deeper. What to do as you're chanting. Your hands, I'm going to give you a posture to chant this Sukhmani. You're going to take your thumb and you're going to place it in the center. Okay. This is the space of the third eye, the ego. Okay. Many times when you're chanting, mind runs everywhere. This is the ego. And you bring this ego into the center here and you lock the ego. Okay. Now, the pressure remains in your hands throughout the chant. That is the mudra of Sushmana. Mana. This is mana. Like that, your mana, your mind, your ego boosts. And if somebody does like that, your mind is hurt. So this is the mind. This is the ego. So we want to shut the ego, Sushmana, and this is the Sushmana mudra, and you're going to put it here. Okay. And this pressure remains throughout. You must not forget this pressure. Now, this will localize your mind. This will allow your mind to anchor. The reason behind these is just to allow the awareness of the body and awareness of the mind to be in the here and now. So this is just for that, to lock the mind so that you will be in the here and now. Your spine will be straight. Now, many of you, in fact, most of you, this is the first time you are going to be, gifted with this Naad. So I will be chanting and you will be chanting with me. We will just chant together. Now, another thing you can do, if somewhere down the road you lose because of my speed or for some any other reason, you lose yourself, you lost yourself in this Naad, don't worry. You can pretend that you know the Naad and you can start humming the mantra Va He Guru. So if you lose yourself, if you lost the speed, I'm chanting, and you lost on the way, you can always just hold this posture and hum the mantra. Internally, you are chanting Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru. So this is an option on the way. Sometimes, because the Naad is new, you will not be able to chant with me. Then you vibrate this Naad of Va He Guru. Hum this sound inside, and it is equivalent to chanting the chanting the Sukhmani. Because this is the Naad of Va He Guru vibrating in your spine, vibrating in your being. So this is an option for that. And my friends, let's start our session today. And you can open your text, which we have sent you. But the other option we have is we're going to be chanting along together. So you have a choice. You can either open up your own PDFs. You should be receiving a PDF if you registered with us. If not, we have this PDF. You can always request. We will love to send you this. So we will start our first, session today. And before we start, I want you to go into that mudra. And I want you to start with breath of fire for 1 minute. Okay, we'll start with breath of fire for 1 minute. Every day, every time, every session we'll be sitting, we will be diving into a breath exercise. Next week, I will give you another breath exercise, and we'll keep up with that breath exercise. But for today, my friends, just start with breath of fire, eyes closed for a few moments. Breath of fire, those of you who are new, breath of fire is pumping the navel. So you just pump your navel, and through the breath, through the nose, the breath comes and goes all by itself. So you're pumping the navel, my friends, eyes closed, and keep the pressure in the mudra. The mudra. The thumb is in the center of the palm, and the four fingers are holding the palm together, holding the thumb together, and the pressure remains. Keep that pressure throughout the chant. So you are anchored, you are in the here, you are in the now. When the thumb is held in the center of the palms, the space of the third eye, automatically mind anchors, mind sits, mind don't run. And that is the reason why we are applying this mudra. It is called the Sushmana mudra or the Sukhmana mudra. Eyes closed, breath of fire from the navel, from the navel. Pump the navel, pump the navel. Beautiful. Keep up, keep up. Just for a few moments. We are starting with the breath of fire. Those of you who just joined us, the breath of fire, that fire which activates life in you. Beautiful. If you do the breath of fire regularly, it activates the digestive fire, the intellectual fire, the psychic fire, and ultimately the wisdom fire. So these are the four fires which you need to lit your life. Keep doing just for a few more moments. Pump the navel, eyes closed, mouth closed. Let the breath come, let the breath go. Regular practice of the breath of fire activates the digestive fire, the intellectual fire, the psychic fire, and the fire of wisdom, which you need to lit the fire of life. You will have a very healthy life if you do this regularly. Just for 30 more seconds, breath of fire. Agni Pranayama, it is called. Before we start, beautiful, my friends. Inhale through nose and hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath, and apply Mulband if you know, and hold the breath, and through the nose, exhale. One more time, inhale, both nostrils, powerfully, and hold, apply Mulband, tense your perineum. Your posture remains the Sushmana Mudra, the Mudra of the seal of the Sushmana. Hold the breath and exhale. One more time, powerfully through the nose, inhale, and hold, apply Mulband, and apply the pressure in the Sushmana Mudra, and exhale. One more time, forcefully inhale through both nostrils. Make sure you hear the song of your breath, and the song of your breath will anchor you. The song of your breath will anchor you in the here and now. Hold the sacred breath and feel the expansion of consciousness, and apply the pressure in the Sushmana Mudra, and apply Mulband. And my friends, squeeze and tense every cell of yours from head to toe. Activate the pulse of life in every cell of yours. Hold the breath and squeeze and tense yourself from head to toe. We're almost done. We are opening our receptivity. We're opening our energetic body. We're opening our mental body to receive the Naad. And exhale. One more time, inhale forcefully. As forcefully as you can through both nostrils, you hold the sacred breath, you put the pressure on the Sushmana Mudra, apply Mulband, and then you squeeze and tense yourself from head to toe. The soles of your feet, all the way to the seat of your soul in the center of the skull, is tense. So all the 33 trillion cells in you are tense and squeezed together. Hold the prana, hold the breath of life, hold the Pavan Guru, the wisdom of the breath. Let it activate the space, let it activate the sacredness within you. And my friends, exhale forcefully. One more time, forcefully inhale. And hold. We are still activating the sacred space, my friends. Hold the sacred breath, apply Mulband, and the Sushmana Mudra is tense. And squeeze yourself from head to toe. And specifically your Mulband, tense your forehead and tense your skull. And hold the sacred breath. And through the nose, exhale. For the last time, forcefully inhale through the nose. And hold and tense the whole body, apply Mulband and tense the Sushmana and squeeze and tense. We are opening up to the sacred space of the Naad of Sukhmani. We are activating our physical, mental, and energetic body. We are opening up the sacred space. We are opening up the sensitive space. We are opening up the sensitive space. Hold, hold. It is the last time we are holding the breath. So please squeeze and tense and exhale. And just for a few seconds, I want you to become aware of the sacred space. Eyes closed, remain. And very slowly, open your eyes. So we start our Naad, the first Ashtapadi. Every week we will be diving deeper and deeper, and we'll complete the 24 dimensions, the 24 eightfold dimensions of the Sushmana, or the Sukhmana or the Sukhmani Nadi, which is the Naad of the primordial being which is vibrating in us. It is the source of our being. So this is your Naad. When you assess your Aad, I repeat, this is your Naad when you assess your Aad, your primordial space. Tan Guru Nanak, Tuhi Nirankar. Tan Guru Nanak, Tuhi Nirankar. Tan Guru Nanak, Tuhi Nirankar. We start our chant. Sukhmani Sahib. Gauri Sukhmani Mahalla Panjava Saloka. Ek Oankar Satgur Prasad. Aad Gure Namah. Jugad Gure Namah. Sat Gure Namah. Sri Gurudev Namah. Ashtapadi. Simro Simaro Simar Sukh Pavo. Kal Kalesa Tan Mahe Mitavo. Simro Jas Besambar Ekai. Naam Japat Yaganat Aneka. Ved Purana Simrat Sudhyakhar. Kine Ram Naam Ek Akhar. Kinka Ek Jis Ji Abasavai. Taki Mahma Gani Nayavai. Kankhi eka dars toharo. Nanak un sang mohe udaro. Sukhmani sukha amrit prabhnama. Bhagat jana ke man Bisram Rahao. Prabh ka simran garb na basai. Prabh ka simran dukh jam nasai. Prabh ka simran kal par harai. Prabh ka simran dusman tarai. Prabh simrat kach bign na lagai. Prabh ka simran an din jagai. Prabh ka simran pauna beapai. Prabh ka simran dukh na santapai. Prabh ka simran sadka sang. Sarb nidhan nanak har rang. Prabh ka simran ਰਿਦ ਸਿਦ ਨਉ ਨਿਦ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਤਤ ਬੁੱਧ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਜਪ ਤਪ ਪੂਜਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਬਿਨਸੈ ਦੂਜਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਤੀਰਥ ਇਸਨਾਨੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਮਾਨੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਹੋਇ ਸੋ ਭਲਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਸੋ ਫਲ ਫਲਾ ਸੇ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਜਿਨ ਆਪ ਸਿਮਰਾਏ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਾਕੈ ਲਾਗੋ ਪਾਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਸਭ ਤੇ ਊਚਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਉਦਰੈ ਮੂਚਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਤ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨਾ ਬੁਝੈ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਸੂਝੈ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨਾਹੀ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਪੂਰਨ ਆਸਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਾ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਮਨ ਕੀ ਮਲ ਜਾਏ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਨਾਮ ਹਿਰਦ ਮਾਹਿ ਸਮਾਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਜੀ ਬਸੈ ਸਾਧ ਕੀ ਰਸਨਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਨ ਕਾ ਦਾਸਨ ਦਸਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਤਨਵੰਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਪਤਵੰਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਜਨ ਪਰਵਾਨ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸਹਿ ਜਨ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਬਹੁ ਮੋਤਾਜੇ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਹੋ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਸਰਬ ਕੇ ਰਾਜੇ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਹੋ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਸੁਖ ਵਾਸੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਹੋ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸਦਾ ਅਬਿਨਾਸੀ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਤੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਜਿਨ ਆਪ ਦਇਆਲਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਨ ਕੀ ਮੰਗੇ ਰਵਾਲਾ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਸੇ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ ਤਿਨ ਸਦ ਬਲਿਹਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਕਉ ਸਿਮਰਹਿ से बहुमा प्रभ कहो सिमरह से मुख सुहावे प्रभ कहो सिमरह तिन सुख बिहावै प्रभ कहो सिमरह तिन आत्म जीता प्रभ कहो सिमरह तिन निर्मल रीता प्रभ कहो सिमरह तिन अनंद कनेरे प्रभ कहो सिमरह बसै हर नेरे संत कृपा ते अन दिन जाग नानक सिमरन पूरा भाग प्रभ का सिमरन कारज पूरे प्रभ का सिमरन कबहू ना चूरे प्रभ का सिमरन हर गुण बाणी प्रभ का सिमरन सहज समानी प्रभ का सिमरन निश्चल आसना प्रभ का सिमरन कमल विगासना प्रभ का सिमरन अनहद झुनकार प्रभ सुख प्रभ सिमरन का अंत न पार सिमरह से जन जिनको प्रभ मया नानक तिन जन सरणी पया हर सिमरन कर भगत प्रगटाए हर सिमरन लग वेद उपाय हर सिमरन पै सिद्ध जति दाते हर सिमरन नीच चहु कुंठ जाते हर सिमरन तारी सब तरना सिमर सिमर हर कारण करना हर सिमरन कियो सगल आकारा हर सिमरन मह आप निरंकारा कर कृपा जिस आप बुझाया नानक गुरमुख हर सिमरन तिन पाया कर कृपा जिस आप बुझाया नानक गुरमुख हर सिमरन तिन पाया. Inhale through both nostrils powerfully. Exhale powerfully. Inhale powerfully. Exhale powerfully. Powerfully inhale through both nostrils. Powerfully exhale through both nostrils. Eyes closed. Powerfully inhale. Powerfully exhale. Both nostrils. Powerfully inhale. Powerfully exhale. Powerfully inhale through both nostrils. And hold and tense yourself from head to toe. Hands in the Sushmana Mudra. Tense every cell of yours. Hold. Hold the sacred breath. Hold the sacred breath. And exhale through both nostrils. One more time. Both nostrils. Inhale. Exhale. Powerfully inhale. Powerfully exhale through both nostrils. Powerfully inhale through both nostrils. And powerfully exhale through both nostrils. Powerfully inhale through both nostrils. Powerfully exhale through both nostrils. Deep inhales through both nostrils. Deep exhales through both nostrils. As powerfully as you can through both nostrils. Hold. Hold. And tense and squeeze yourself from head to toe. Tense your naad, tense your spine, tense your spine, tense your spine. Squeeze yourself into your spine. And through both nostrils, powerfully exhale, my friends. Last round, powerfully inhale through both nostrils. Powerfully exhale through both nostrils. As forcefully, as powerfully as you can through both nostrils. Inhale and exhale through both nostrils. Inhale forcefully through both nostrils. Exhale forcefully through both nostrils. Inhale through both nostrils forcefully. Exhale through both nostrils forcefully. Inhale through both nostrils loudly. And exhale through both nostrils loudly. Last time, inhale and hold. And hold the sacred breath and tense the whole body. Squeeze yourself into your spine and specifically the Sushmana Mudra. Hold. Hold, eyes closed. Hold, squeeze the Sushmana Mudra and tense yourself into your spine. Hold the sacred breath. Squeeze yourself into the spine. Please hold. And through the nose, forcefully exhale. Sit for 1 minute. Don't move. When the body moves, mind moves. When the mind moves, the world moves. Feel any sensations that have manifested in your field. And with this realization, my friends, through both nostrils, inhale powerfully. Hold and don't tense any part of the body. Just hold the breath Just be pregnant with the breath of life. Hold it. Don't tense any part of the body. Just hold the sacred breath. Hold, hold. Hold the sacred breath. A yogi is the one who holds the breath. When you hold breath, you hold life. And when you hold life, you become alive. Hold, 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 hold. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Don't move. Hold the breath. Hold the Pavan Guru. Hold the wisdom embedded in the breath. The wisdom of life. Hold. Don't move. Hold. And exhale through both nostrils. Last round. Inhale deep. Make sure when you inhale, you hear the song of your breath. Hold. No locks, nothing. Just hold the sacred breath. Hold it in its rawness. Hold it in its freshness. Hold it in its newness. Embrace the newness. Embrace the freshness that came with the breath. Embrace the life as it is, without your impressions being imposed onto the uniqueness and the freshness of the coming of the breath. Just hold it as it is. No part of the body is tense. You're not trying to think. You're not trying to do anything. The only thing that you may be doing is you're just locking the breath. You're locking the life. If you know how to hold the breath within, you will know how to hold the life within. And with life comes health, and with life comes wealth, and with holding of the breath comes prosperity. When you hold the breath, you hold the universe. And when you hold the universe, you are full of abundance. Abundance. Everything is in the breath. The abundance is in the breath. The prosperity is in the breath. The health is in the breath. The wealth is in the breath. All your solutions are in the breath. Hold, 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 hold. And exhale. And very slowly open your eyes. Satnam. So this was the first Ashtapadi, the first dimension of the Sukhmani Nadi, the most important nerve in the body. And this body or this Ashtapadi, this dimension of the eightfold energy, every energy that exists has eight folds, modulations, main modulations, and then it further divides itself according to time and space, according to the conditions of the environment. But ordinarily, every energy that exists in its rawness has eight folds of possibilities. It can fold itself into eightfold dimension, eightfold perspectives. So in this Ashtapadi, one of the main sound currents was Simran. Simran. Simran means remembrance. Remembrance. Remembering yourself in your original form before you start to embrace the problems and the solutions of this time and space. You know, in your consciousness, there are no problems, there are no solutions. When this consciousness confines itself in this call, it embraces accepts the problems, embraces the solutions of time and space. You're not carrying your problems, You're not carrying your problems. You're carrying the problems of those who were before you. They left us in a certain space. They left us in a certain situation, and we are carrying on to that. We are just carrying the burden of all the things that have passed before us. Now, Sukhmani wants you to throw that away. Remember your original form, who you are in your actual essence. Simran, it is called, remembrance of the true, unchanging nature. And that can be assessed, that can be assessed through Naad. So the first Ashtapadi is emphasizing on you to remember yourself, your original form, known as Sat Nam. Sat means unchanging, and Nam means being, the unchanging being. Before you embrace the problems, because the food that you ate, the breath that you inhaled, the whole genetics that was passed on to you were already filled up with information. And constantly we are being bombarded with information wherever we go. So constantly we are filling ourselves with that which is not the self. And Sukhmani wants you to drop that luggage for a moment at least and experience yourself in the state of Simran, in the space of remembrance. The Sufis call this zikr. In the lineage of the Himalayas, this is known as Simran. Suno re tu kaun, kahan te aayo. Find yourself. The search for the self starts the moment you put an effort to remember yourself. So what is remembrance now? A question may come. I know we have gone beyond the time, but just be with me. This is our first session. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you're chanting. What is remembrance? What is remembrance? Remembrance is, listen to this. Remembrance is forgetting what you are not. That is similar. That is remembrance. The essence of who you are is really there, but it's covered. It is loaded with that which you are not. So the forgetfulness of that which you are not is the birth of remembrance. It is an inbuilt knowing. It is an inbuilt recognition of your true nature. Those of you who read Japji, Nanak likhya naal, it is embedded in you. It never leaves you. If you have forgotten something, it is not you. It was introduced to you. That's why you forgot it. So your true nature, your essence, your Satnam, your true identity, who am I, never leaves you. Just that it becomes clouded. It becomes veiled with that which you collect on the way to become human. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So that spiritual being, that spirit, that being in you, while trying to fit into being a human, lost itself in the load of trying to be a human. So remembering your true self is the forgetfulness of what you are not. So how to do that? This is the way. We use Naad. We use Naad. If somebody forgets or gets clouded, gets veiled, we again and again tell him, you are this, you are this. Say, no, I'm not. But you are this, you are this. Or the other way, you're not this, you're not this, you're not this. And with time, the more you say you're not this, you're not this, you're not this, And then suddenly he recognized, yes, I'm not this, I'm not this. And what remains, my true nature, is called Naiti Naiti. In the Vedantic teachings, Athato Adeshaha Naiti Naiti. The highest wisdom is not this, not this. Then what is the wisdom? Not this, not this. Then what it is? Not this, but really what it is? Not this, not this. Naiti, 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 Naiti. Not this, not. And then what remains is the self. And that self is the essence is sitting in you in the most sacred and most secret chamber in you known as the Sukhmani Nadi. And this is the Naad, my friends. So the first step is remembrance. Remembrance, let me repeat. Remembrance is forgetting what you are not. Now you are remembering all that which you are not. All that which you are not. You have veiled the knowing with that. यहाँ होना ना होना है, ना होना and होना है, the Sufis. To be is not to be, and not to be is actually to be. And that is remembrance, that is Simran, my friends. So blessings to you. This is our first session, and we will dive into every of these Ashtapadis, the 8 dimensions, and we will talk about that at the end. So today's essence was remembrance, and remembrance is again forgetting what you are not. So Naiti, Naiti. My friends, blessings to you. And if you have any questions, you can always, email us. And other than that, it was my privilege today to be with you and to sit with you and introduce. It's the grace of the Guru. And I'm thankful to the Guru for giving me the opportunity to introduce this Naad into your life. This most powerful Naad, my friends. Sukhmani, I can keep singing the glories of the Sukhmani. Every sage in the Himalayan lineage vibrated Sukhmani. Every sage. You cannot be a sage without Sukhmani. So Sukhmani elevates. Sukhmani is your essence, my friends. If I have more time, I will keep singing the glories of this most beautiful sacred Naad. You have the PDFs. Please start chanting. Please start vibrating. Health, wealth, prosperity, and to know the self. Sukhmani will bestow everything upon you. In fact, the sages of the past mentioned once you have Sukhmani, you need nothing. Because you're touching the most powerful essence, the most powerful Naad in the creation. And as I said, I can keep glorifying this. So please, from my ear, I want you to receive this into your ear and chant Sukhmani. Be with me every week, my friends. Let me serve you. Let me serve you with the most powerful Naad through the grace of the Guru and the blessings of my beloved Master and the whole lineage of these ancient Suryavanshis, the lineage of the solar dynasty, the lineage of those who hold the essence, those who hold the first ray of the sun. That is the lineage of this great tradition that I'm sharing with you, the Suryavanshis. The sages of the solar dynasty, those who captured the first ray of the sun, that wisdom, and then the whole lineage started. And that is the wisdom of this lineage I'm sharing with you, my friend.